Bitches, what's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? What is up? Chel's in the house dropping a E. She's so excited. She's so excited for this Wednesday. Good morning, good morning. David doing some couch gymnastics, trying to get in there early and on time. What's up? Look at you guys just saying hi to each other in the chat. Gotta love it. What's the song today, David? What is the song today? And what is Chel's promising you? Oh man, does Dom have a show for y'all? This girl. David's song is I'm a Mess by Bebe Rexha. Never heard it, dude, but I can't I could never be able to figure that playing that out on the stream. So don't even ask. Don't even try. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How are y'all doing? Good morning, Dan. Dan in the house. How you doing, buddy? What's everybody got going on? What's life like? How are your kids? What are they up to? How are your spouses? How's your work life balance going? How are you making time for your loved ones? That's the topic of the day. Topic of the month is all about that. Life is just happening and it's great. Love it. Whoa, that's a lot. Chels, come on, Chels. It's, it's 5:30. Let's go. Wake up. Do I need to play? Do I need to do this? This is for you.
Bitches,
Here we
what's
go.
up? Wake up. It's the morning time.
Bring that energy every day. Good morning. Um, Yesterday was becoming a Tuesday pattern for me, and it's been absolutely stellar. We I adjusted my schedule so that I can be home a little early on Tuesdays. So I basically, run through the jobs and schedule early morning meetings and get the stuff done. Actually, do it Wednesday as well. So it's the same thing's going to happen today. I'll spend a good 45 minutes here in the office after the show, just kind of sending out some text messages, confirming stuff, and going over my plan. I will pop out of here, grab a breakfast sandwich, which has become my jam to the point where, and you gotta love this, when you go to a place so many times in a month or a year that like as you walk in the door, the staff is already just knows your order. It's just the most amazing thing ever. If there's a line, which there rarely is at the time I go. Uh, I get my bagel handed to me before I've even ordered it and paid for it. It's just the greatest thing. I love it. Um, the one I get is actually ham, bacon, egg, cheese, and they got a like a cracked pepper spread on a 6 cheese bagel. Get out of here! It's just fucking delicious. I'm already excited. It's not going to happen for another hour and a half, 2 hours. Dan, dealing with a teenager these days is very frustrating. Everything's going to be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that story in a minute, but I have a little story about my teenager. But what's going on with your teen's life, man? And Chels, earmuffs, earmuffs. It's too soon for you. You have boys though. They're easy. Just get out of their way. Teenagers are awesome. They are awesome, and they are nightmares. That's the thing about kids. They're great. They're amazing. But they are just so, like Dan said, frustrating. I would say pain in the ass. Many, many things that you could say about teenagers. But same with people. People are that way. And teenagers are just younger people. Good morning, Brian. What's up? How are you doing, man? Still licking your wounds after that battle? Battle on Saturday? Was it Saturday? It was Saturday, right? Maybe it was Sunday. I talked to them on the bus stop. Okay. All right. Nice. Good stuff. So yeah, anyways, went to work. Oh wait, Dan, here we go. She never wakes up on time because she goes to bed super late. Terrible morning, Rich. Oh my God, dude. I'm sorry, Brian. I'm sorry. I know you've stayed away the last couple of days, licking your wounds. I'm sorry, dude. I had to poke the bear a little bit. But I love you, man. You got second place. It was amazing. Dan's a machine. If you listened to his VFAM Sessions podcast, which it'd be better if it came out before your battle with him, so you could have. But Mr. Messer didn't want to give anyone the edge on Dan because he's too close to Dan. Um, Dan's a machine. So, anyways, yes, this other Dan Fialo. This is a thing. This is a thing in my house. 100%. My my kids and I don't know. I don't think I understood it when I was their age. I've always been a big sleep person, but I definitely pulled my fair share of all-nighters, of late nights, all that kind of stuff. Um, I mean, kids are a lot more adaptable than we are as far as energy levels and sleep and stuff like that. But it is definitely not a good thing uh, with phones. I'm sure your daughter has a phone, um, and the fact that all of her friends are up late. So there's the peer pressure. Like I've had that conversation with my daughter. I'm like, just go to bed early. But all my friends are up and they're all chatting and they're all text messaging and they're doing this and they're doing that. And like she'll be on calls with people and she'll be like, I fell asleep on call. Do you know what time? Have no idea. And yes, they wake up the next day, they're a little exhausted, a little draggy, or I pick them up from school after a full day of school and they're like out of it. Like I picked up Bailey yesterday and she's like, I'm dead. And I'm like, and she's like, but I have to stay up all night tonight, this dance for tryouts tomorrow because they're making cuts. And she was like freaking out and all this stuff. So yeah, it's it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of stress on them, but it's also preparing them for all the pressure and stress of the world. So Brian's an underrated in the TCG world. Yep, I know. He is. He is. He's climbing, man. Like he's got it going. I heard some stuff about him. I don't know. Never played him. Never will. All right, who's changing your name? Well, I think Dan goes by Fialo, so we can just do that. And Dan the man's never in here, so it's never a big deal. I did find out that he is a parent as well. So, it's one of those things you never know who's a parent until I'd be right back changing the sheets. No matter the alarm, several reminders super frustrated me, and I remember waking up at 6 a.m. for Saved by the Bell. That's classic. That is classic. The best thing for me, and honestly, like for Brooklyn as well, my middle daughter, is the showering and getting ready early before school. I don't know how that works with your daughter, but that was just a weird switch with Brooklyn. She really wants to do her hair most days in a certain way, so she gets up super early and jumps in the shower. And that's how I was as a kid. I showered in the morning before school, um, so that's why I woke up early. I love the Saved by the Bell. I have such different thoughts on all this. Uh oh, drop it, Chels. What are your thoughts on this? Come on, you were a daughter. Help us with daughters in the teenage life that are up all night chatting with their friends, um, and then miss all their alarms and don't wake up when they have class. Why mold a child to a life instead of molding? There's your thoughts. There's your thoughts. I got that. I get that. That makes sense. But school, the normal traditional school that most of our kids are in and will be in, there's a time, right? They become late. Too many lates. They become whatever it is. I don't know what the rules are in your school. I don't even know what the rules are in my school. Good morning, Mike. Mike, thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you hitting me in the DMs. Life's busy, man. I completely understand. We don't no expectations here. Come in whenever you can, even if just to say hi. My design is to enable my kids to their next level. Don't get me started on her hair. She struggles with different hairstyles. It gets so bad. I make her shower at night. I'm not saying to change that, dude, at all. I'm just saying with my one daughter, it's really helped her. So, and that was all on her. We just want them to shower. There's been plenty of times where I've told my daughters, I'm like, "When's the last time you shower?" "I don't know." Like, damn, girls are dirtier than guys. My daughter's not getting a self. You gotta love a young dad. A young I don't know where to go with this, Brian. You're you're in for such a rude awakening. I hope you know that. I was also like an 8 PM bedtime girl. In SC, they push back high school, so elementary starts early and high school is late. That's nice. That's very nice. Yeah, I mean, there's been like um the podcast I listen to, Diary of a CEO, I think they're talking to sleep people, and like the teenager sleep schedule is definitely different than ours and adjusted to ours. They tend to go later in the night and want to be waking up later in the morning. Um, so it'd be nice if schools did that, but I don't think that's always the way, or always going to be the way, or that you can, you know, Dan's fighting for his life. Lessons will be learned no matter how. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. They're learning. They're learning through this struggle, and you're learning through this struggle. you know, Ultimately what it's gonna take to, live a 9 to a 5 life, a different life, like just how to prioritize and structure their time. I think there was something in one of those one of those podcasts that was like, kids' brains don't stop developing until their 20s and 30s, and one of the things that they learn the latest in life, and it's mostly through experience, is time management, like future planning, all that kind of stuff. So it's through these little things, it's through these interactions, it's through being late for school, it's through frustrating her dad, all those kind of things that she's learned. She is learning. I have done my girl's hair in the morning. It's great conversation. Nice. I believe Brian. Silly fools. Was a supply chain high school teacher. What's that? School teacher. I was very confused. Okay. All right. Man, you guys are flying today. I love it. I don't even have to come up with any material. I'll just read all your shit and talk about it. Uh, but yeah, that's same thing here, Dan. Like high school stuff. Pulled up, daughter got in the car. She's freaking out about this cheerleading. She's been on cheer for 2 years. She's on varsity this year, but they have new coaches, so they have new routines. She says very fast. They just gave it to her yesterday. They have to perform it today, and they're making cuts today. So she's super stressed. And I'm like, what happens if you get cut? She's like, Dad, my life would be over. What would be on my high school Letterman jacket? I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. Do you even need that ugly ass jacket? And I'm like, what's on my high school Letterman jacket? She's like, you don't have one. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Does it matter? No. And then we've been taking her friend home from school. And I asked the dude, I'm like, what's on your Letterman jacket? He's like, I don't have one. And I'm like, see? But yeah, she was in a space and it was something else, right? Does anyone here have one? I'm no no one way about it. Like, did you have one? Like, did you get one when you were that age? And then fast forward to however old you are, and we don't need to put our ages in here. Do you still have it? Like, do you still like? Is it a thing? Like, what do you do with it? Have you put it on to show your kids? Um, like that was not a thing for me. I don't even remember it being a big thing in my high school. I remember seeing them, but I was on the bowling club. I had nothing, including poor Chels. Everybody give Chels a hug. Chels needs a hug. Um, Never got the jacket for it, haha, but I had the letter. Okay, nice. What was your letter for? Just curious. But also Rob's the kind of guy that would still have his. What was his letter in? Um, I played basketball and track in high school and never had one. Hated the kids that walked in the halls with all the loud metals on it. Soccer. All right, cool, Mike. Good job. Nice. I still have my varsity jacket and my daughter stole it. Okay. All right. Wrestling and tennis for Rob. Okay. Yep. I think I remember hearing about wrestling. So that's cool. That's cool. And his sister is a fighter, right? MMA fighter. So runs in the family, those messers. They like to scrap. They like to scrap. That's cool. Yeah, Bailey's thing is to get it in cheerleading and swim. So she's still on swim. I'm sure she'll be fine on cheerleading. I was trying to explain to her, I'm like, if you if they just taught you a dance yesterday, like literally just taught it to you yesterday, if you're not lying to me, and then you have to perform it today, right? Um, you're almost expected and guaranteed to fail and not do it perfectly. So you shouldn't be stressing and thinking that you need to do it like, you know? She's a beast. Yep. And then what's funny is like, so we're driving home and she's like, I'm pushing her buttons. I'm kind of like, as she said, rage baiting her a little bit the whole way home. Uh, and she's like, I'm just gonna have to stay up all night and practice. And I kind of asked her, I'm like, do you practice? Like, I've never seen you practice. Sure enough, homegirl has some dinner. And then she just sits on the chair and is playing on her phone. And she was in a stressful headspace. Like she was like mom tried to talk to her and she was in her shutdown mode that she gets in where she quiets down. And I explained to my wife like the conversation I had with her in the car and what was going on in her mind. And my wife was like, I want to hear it from her. And Bailey just looks at her and she just goes, yeah, what he said. um, so I pulled back. I didn't want to poke the bear any further. and ask her why she's just sitting on her phone instead of showing us and practicing the dance routine. I still never saw her do it throughout the rest of the night, but that's that's pretty much how my day went. I got home early, spent some time with my wife, had lunch. We started watching a movie together, which we never do. So that was fun and cool. We didn't get through it. And then got the kids and proceeded to do the kid thing. For some reason, got real tired and passed out in the chair for a good 30, 40 minutes watching The Lizard. Shoot. I probably should have known you were gonna ask that. I don't know. It was a what's the girl's name? This Sydney Sweeney movie, 2023. Anyone But You. That's what it's called. Anyone But You. It's just it was like the first movie that popped up when I opened up Hulu. So it wasn't too bad. It was funny. Had some funny stuff in it. Passed out in a chair watching the lizard. Yeah, I'm been really worried about the lizard. You put things in new enclosures, they get a little whatever. Yep, dude, I'm so excited to be a grandpa. I look up to my wife's dad so much. Whenever he comes over, he is very much the pass out in a chair grandpa, and I love it. He's there, he's watching the kids, he's interacting with them, he's talking with his own kids, interacting with the grandchildren, and then next thing you know, he's just out. And it cracks me up every time because it just happens, like, so fast. And yes, I totally did that yesterday. We were in the room, I was on the recliner that we got when Bentley was born, um, and Bentley was on another chair, and we were just chilling, watching Lizard, and before I knew it, eyes started drooping. Yep, exactly, exactly. I'm built for that life. I've been training my whole life to be a grandpa. I'm so excited. Not like in a rush. Doesn't need to happen anytime soon. I'm happy, to say that I don't feel like I'm close to that yet, even with a 17-year-old, and even with the notorious history of my family having kids young. My mom, my grandmother, great grandmother, and then my wife kind of had our first kid young. She was 21. So I'm not expecting it to not be happening in the next, what would that be? She turns 18 this year. So we're talking 3 years, three and a half years. Ooh, earmuffs, bro fit. Earmuffs. We're not talking about anything like that. And no one wakes them. Yeah, right? Isn't that great? 5 years ago, I did not want to be a grandpa. Now I'm ready. Oh, David, you're built for a grandpa, man. Come on. You got the dad jokes on point. You always got a song. You're always ready to dance and sing. That's like that's like Grandpa 101. Can't even think about that. My boys better be responsible in that. They will be. They will be. I've met their dad. They'll be good boys. Maybe not Theo, right? Finn might be a marriage kid. Theo might have 4 kids. uh, those videos you posted yesterday were super fun. Those I sent you a picture of my son, but the curly hair, like the messy, like uncontrollable curly hair that you're dealing with, that was like my life with Bentley. It was out of control, crazy. Like when the sun or the light hits it in a weird way, like you can't do anything with it at all. That every second whenever you try to like you have to bathe them with conditioner, but then the second it dries and the second they take a nap or wake up for a nap, it's game over. And Bentley hated hats and hair ties and beanies. Never. To this day, he still doesn't wear hats. He's got like 10 or 15 hats. Never. Yep. Takes one dang sleep and it's over with. But you know that, right? And aren't you're curly haired girl? Isn't that your life all day, every day? That was the joke in the day. Do you have kids? Not that I know of. Guys, before I talk about the reading, we only have 5 minutes. What are you guys doing to me? I used to have a fro, super curly. Oh, dang. All right. Nice. My dad had one of those too. Um, yeah.
Don't do the
You know what's
reading.
funny is this whole time we've been talking about the reading. Okay. The reading's very simple. Make time for your kids. Okay. We have you have the same 24 hours in a day, no matter what. Make time. Make time for them. Have these little moments. Even this right now, I feel like is time that we're spending sitting here, nine of us, five of us, 13 of us, according to StreamYard, um, talking about our kids, talking stories about our kids, talking about each other's kids. Mike's doing tummy time right now. I'm assuming that's with his son, but Mike could very well just be laying on his tummy, listening to us. But yes, that's what the reading's about. Curly hair life, blessing and a curse. Little head lifts. Yeah. Those are great times. The rollovers, the first time they roll over, they get like a half roll, like all that stuff. Those were great, great, great times. And you sit here and you know, Mike, Mike's business owner. Mike's got a lot on his plate. Mike's got a wife. Mike's got friends. Mike's got, a community that he deals with. But there's no better place to be than just like watching that tummy time so that when you get to be our age in parenting and you look back, you're like, God, uh I loved that I was there for that. Morning ritual. This one is with him and me. With him. With him. He just started crawling. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. All right. If someone text Rob, be careful. Someone warn Rob. Baby number 4 loading. My little 4-year-old is as big as most 7-year-olds. My little baby is almost no more. I mean, look, dude, when you breed them big, they're gonna be big, but she's still a 4-year-old, right? Like my dude's a beast, and every day we look at him and we're like, "Geez, man, I remember when you couldn't even fill up a couch cushion, but now it's like he just is massive. You can't pick him up. He's just thick as heck. He's bigger than his friends, than our friends' kids who are, 4 years older than him. Snort rubber band man. I'm dating myself. Bro. Yep. The tears. This is a cautionary warning to Rob. Well, just walk away. Um, does it happen fast? It does happen fast. I think the whole point of the pages like this and the book is to slow down, just to slow down those moments. Like I hope that Mike, after this, just slows down this tummy time moment and he just sits there and enjoys it. There's a lot of distraction out there. There's a lot of that stuff, like we all know. The phone is amazing. It's so much fun to be in there and be tapped into the streams and shows but turn them off. That's why we try to keep this at a tight 30 minutes, man. I want you guys to stop listening to me jibber jabber. I want you guys to go play with your kids. Mike, play with your little one. DK, call your girls. Chels, wrangle up them twins. Brofit, cuddle that 4-year-old who looks like a 7-year-old. Get it going, guys. If only you could hear no screaming right now. Rob doesn't want to slow shit down. Oh man, that the other one was the video where like the twins were talking. Oh, the nonsense rambling where it's like they know what they're saying. Like everything makes sense to them. It did not make sense to me at all. I didn't get one word out of there. And then the ending, he's just like, "Shh, we're done. We're done, mom. Cut the camera. Off duty until 11. Look at that. How great. How great. Sorry, Rob. But yeah, guys, that was a quick one. I mean, it doesn't have to be a quick one, but it does. I want you guys to all enjoy your shit. I want you to make time for your kids. Stop making time for me. That's it. I got you for 30 minutes. This was fun. I'm having a good morning. You guys make it better. We're all 9 plus today. Thank you, Mike, for stopping by and reminding us of the tummy time. It's time that we've all most of us are far away from. And it's get to your text. Yeah, get to my text. Exactly. Get to work. Um, it's a great time. Enjoy that for sure, Mike, because next thing you know, you're gonna be in toddler town and you're gonna be in Shell's mode where you're gonna be like, when is the jibber jabber and the yelling and the screaming and the running around and the making mess and the throwing shit and the punching each other and crying? When's all that gonna end? It's so rough. The toddler time is so freaking rough. But it's also adorable as shit. Like watching those tiny little humans just figure out their bodies and their language and their life. So popping first teeth, learning to pee in the big boy potty, all that cool stuff. All that cool stuff. But thank you guys. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Spend that time wisely and come join me tomorrow. Peace. Bye, y'all.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's morning time.